There are very few games that come close to being as influential as chess is. Even more so now, where the only thing that one would need to improve their chess skill is an internet connection. I regularly find myself playing while waiting in a queue for a multiplayer lobby, or just when I want a break after a Souls boss has kicked my ass for the 20th time in a row. Just as chess has an impact on its players, it also shapes the lens in which video game developers view their own games. Creating a game with a low barrier to entry is more likely to compel players to subscribe to that vision, but players stick around with the prospect of high skill ceiling that rewards their time commitment in the long term. So some games utilise the already established mechanical depth that chess provides, twisting and distorting the formula to create something new. Something still very recognisable to players, but something new. Games like King of the Bridge adapt the already established formula in very unique ways. In an attempt to cross a bridge, you're confronted by a troll, who will let you pass provided you beat him in troll chess. Although troll chess shares many similarities with the titular game, it warps how the pieces are permitted to move to throw the player off. Having played chess for many years, I regularly found myself falling into the traps of the altered rulebook. Yet playing through the game, I was able to slowly piece together the twisted rules that differentiate it from the classic game of chess, allowing me to regain a sense of control and mastery. Unwittingly breaking a rule adds it to the rulebook sitting just off screen for later reference. Becoming familiar with this rule set is an essential step to eventually reigning victorious. Periodically, the troll will also cheat, sometimes breaking rules you are familiar with, which will reliably allow you to accuse him of cheating, granting you a free pass on your next turn. However, unknown rules would regularly see me falsely accusing perfectly fair play, where the troll would whip out the Uno reverse card, enforcing a reset state to the game. It is a delightfully simple concept, and all of the rules don't push the boundary too far so that the game is no longer recognisable, but change the formula just enough that even seasoned chess players will have to rethink their strategy in order to win. If King of the Bridge is rooted firmly in the mechanics of chess, the same thing cannot be said about Shotgun King. Sure, pieces move largely as expected, but that's honestly where the similarities end. Taking control of the tyrannical king, your followers have defected to the other side. Despite controlling one isolated chess piece, you are able to turn the tides of battle with your trusty shotgun. Yes, shotgun. The king moves as expected but is limited to 2 shots before needing to reload. The bullet spread is clearly indicated and each of the opposing pieces have specific health values. Like in any match of chess, eliminating the opposing king spells victory for that round, unless a specific modifier allows them to pick an heir, promoting one of their pawns, which in turn needs to be vanquished. At this point, roguelike elements are added into the mix with a plethora of cards that upgrade your damage, provide special abilities like grenades, or allow you to enter stealth after eradicating an opposing pawn. Difficulty then also ramps up, where positive cards are paired with enemy buffing cards, with effects ranging from increasing opposition pieces, adding queens, or a Russian doll style enemy, where when defeated they leave an army of pawns in their wake. All of this creates diversity between subsequent runs, like any other great roguelike, rewarding mastery of the basic mechanics and the ability to adapt on the fly to specific needs. Once again, it is easy to pick up, but challenging to master, with short rounds allowing for quick hop-in and hop-out sessions. At the end of the day, there are many reasons why chess is such a popular and influential game. The incredibly low barrier to entry and timeless gameplay to name a few. But in part, it's the endless replayability and high skill ceiling which lends it so well to video game adaptation, with roguelike formula being able to leverage that replayability to great effect. Games that can deftly adapt an existing formula are likely to see success, given the inherent popularity of the game they are based on. But even games that almost entirely depart from the original gameplay experience are still able to find success by sticking to 1 or 2 familiar aspects. There is still so much potential for this facet of video games, and it's only a matter of time before chess is adapted to fit significantly more game genres. And I personally cannot wait to see what game developers conjure up next.